The University of Iowa and its officials have found themselves in quite a bit of hot water lately. The controversy actually erupted late last month after Fox News and Town Hall caught two separate university employees admitting on a hidden camera that the university is still promoting DEI initiatives in violation of state law. So, what can the state attorney general do to address this defiance of the law? Well, I'm honored now to have that state attorney general from Iowa, Brenna Bird, joining us right now. Attorney General Bird, thank you so much for joining us on Washington Watch.
Yes, thank you. Good to be with you.
Well, it is great to have you. Listen, I want to get to the university issue here in just a second, but before we jump there, I've just got to bring this up because I know you just had in Iowa the first year anniversary of the pro-life heartbeat law that went into effect 1 year. Congratulations. Give us your reflections, your reactions to that.
Yes. Well, 1 year with our heartbeat law, and it was a tough journey to get here. Back before I was elected Attorney General in 2018, it was the first time our state passed heartbeat. And my predecessor, the Attorney General that I beat, he refused to defend our heartbeat law in court. And so fast forward this heartbeat law, when I was elected, we put the full weight of the Attorney General's office behind defending our law in court. And it was upheld by a close vote of our Iowa Supreme Court, and it's the law here in Iowa.
Well, hats off to you and so many others that have stood in the gap fighting for that. And now, congratulations, a year anniversary on that heartbeat law, and we are grateful for all that you've done to stand in the gap for that. If I can shift gears with you here real quickly, let's go back to the University of Iowa, where we have a couple of employees there who have been caught on hidden camera saying that the university continues to engage in diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in spite of the fact that that goes against state law. Your reaction to all of that?
Yes, well, Iowa has a law that says DEI is not allowed, and in fact, discriminating against someone on the basis of their skin color, that's been illegal for a long time, and DEI is just another way of doing that. Our law says that taxpayer dollars can't be spent on it. Our state universities can't hire people based on it, have scholarships, no promotion of DEI on the campuses. And the videos that were released were quite disturbing. They apparently show folks working at the University of Iowa who are paid for with taxpayer dollars being very upfront that they haven't changed what they do, but they are just going ahead and doing what they want and calling it something else. So we are investigating, we're putting work into figuring out just what happened, pull that curtain back, and get some sunlight on what is going on there, because the law must be upheld.
All right, so just for clarity's sake, what is the law that they violated? I mean, unpack that for us. What specifically did these two individuals allegedly do that was breaking the law?
Well, we're still investigating it, and the investigation isn't done. But let me tell you what the allegations are and the law that is implicated there. The law in Iowa, passed by our legislature, signed by our governor, says that no taxpayer dollars can be used on DEI initiatives. That means they can't pay someone whose job it is to do diversity, equity, and inclusion. The law also says that the universities can't promote DEI, and they can't use DEI in hiring, scholarships, admissions to the school, all of those types of things. And so the legislature was very clear about what was not allowed, and that's exactly what we're investigating here. They cannot use taxpayer dollars to advance the cause of DEI with the taxpayers' own money.
Okay, and it seems as though they are bragging of the fact that the university is doing this. So I guess I want to get to the truth of that. Is this a case of just a couple of bad apples at the university, or is, in fact, the university more broadly engaging in some sort of campus-wide active cover-up of their continuing DEI activities?
Well, that's just the sort of thing that our investigation is looking into. We will look into relevant information and documents, other types of evidence related to this, and get to the bottom of it to see whether it's just two individuals who are isolated or whether it's part of something larger. That's why we have that investigation.
Well, it would seem as though, and I certainly don't know, that it's more than just two individuals. But I'm glad you're investigating that. So let me take this a little bit deeper then. What can you do? The Attorney General of the great state of Iowa, what power and authority do you have as this goes forward to specifically, if the right word would be, to punish the university for their open defiance of state law? Let's start with that. What can be done?
Well, there are a couple of things that we can do, and I would note that sunlight and sunshine are great disinfectants. And when we pull that all back, when we pull that curtain back, and Iowans, legislators, the governor, everyone sees what is going on there, I think action will result from that. People need to know what's going on so that they can solve that problem. I think that's one thing that will be a big help. The second thing, of course, is the law that was passed allows us to go to a court to get an action for mandamus, which basically means the judge would tell the university to follow the law. So we have a couple of tools at our disposal, but I think just pulling that curtain back will do a great deal to help us root out illegal DEI and other legal violations at our universities.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. What's the point of having a law if there are no consequences for breaking the law? And there's got to be some way to ensure compliance as well as punish willful defiance of it. So do you think at the end of the day this is all going to be taken care of once and for all?
Well, I certainly hope so. I know sometimes the roots of the woke left run deep and it can be difficult, but this is a good first step to root all of this out. And at the end of the day, this is about taxpayer dollars. It's about education, not indoctrination. That's what that law is all about. So I'm hopeful that we will get the problem fixed, but I am not naive enough to think that it's an easy thing to do, but we're going to do the work.
Well, thank you so much, Iowa Attorney General Brenna Bird, for coming on and breaking this down for us. And again, congratulations on 1 year anniversary of the Heartbeat Bill. But what you're doing now with the university, keep the torch ablaze. And thank you for joining us today.